Hi, I'm Clara Rose, and this is Influence Matters, the show where each week I share tips, tricks, tools, resources, hacks, and sometimes special guests to help savvy influence builders just like you to strategically and intentionally build, establish, and cultivate your influence, because we know that is how we organically generate leads for our business, ministry, cause, or brand. And that is why we're here today, my friends. Before we get started, of course, I have to say thank you to Rosedale Publishing, our sponsor, for helping to make this show possible. Rosedale specializes in business books for professionals and entrepreneurs just like you, and they'd be happy to chat with you if you're looking to get your next book or your first book published. So thank you, Rosedale. And then, of course, I have to give a special shout out to the fine folks over at WeBeam TV and Tampa Bay Multimedia, and that's where we are today, for truly making this show possible. So thank you, thank you. Okay, if you are a regular with the show, you know that every week I start with a question of the week. But today, we don't have a question of the week because we have a special guest. It is author Amy Debrucque, and she is here to talk about her new book. Are you with us, Amy?
I am. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm awesome. You're probably in freak out mode right now.
A little bit. Yeah. But you know me too well, Clara, so that's about accurate, freak out mode.
It's totally normal, though. I'm just here to tell you, totally normal, because you have a new book that is like already in pre-order, right? This day, you can pre-order your new book.
Yeah, so very exciting. And actually, with the help of you, of course, having all the pieces put together. And, you and I worked very close on getting the layout for this before it was even picked up by a traditional publisher. So thank you, because without you, it wouldn't have gotten to this point where we're at today for the first day of pre-sale, which I'm so excited.
I am so excited for you. I'm always just so proud of my authors. It's like being a mother or something, right? Because together we birthed this, right? And it takes time and energy, and it's just been so exciting. We've actually been working together now a couple of years. I was looking back and I'm like, holy cow, look at all of the cool stuff that you have accomplished in the last 2 years. That's not even to mention your next book, which is coming out later this year.
Right.
With your story.
Right. Well, and I think that, like you point out, I think you have to have a good network. Mm-hmm. And so the relationship that you and I formed really cultivated that.
So true. Thank you for that. Thank you for that shout out. It's been such a fun, exciting journey to be a part of. So let's talk about the Embolden Journal, this encouragement journal. What gave you the idea to do this journal?
Well, honestly, it really was laid on my heart, I think, when my daughter was in her sophomore year of college. She had faced just a lot of the struggles that I think most kids face in high school that she somehow just avoided. And college came, and I think there's an expectation for two things. One, she attended a Christian college, and so I think there's a different expectation that kids are always going to be above and beyond their maturity and escape some of these pitfalls that normal an everyday, not normal, but everyday young 20-year-olds or late teens face. And so that just wasn't the case. And so a lot of these issues, I just felt like, this would have been a great resource when I was her age. And so that's really what kind of birthed the idea for Embolden, and really setting these women up to not feel disqualified regardless of where they were in their journey, and really just give them the confidence and courage to move ahead.
That's so awesome. And this is really kind of designed for young ladies, right? This is the young woman journal. But you've talked some about maybe expanding in the future and having one for the guys as well, because this is just such an important issue, right? They need some tool. The beautiful thing about this one, though, is because it was designed and created not only for girls, but by girls, right?
Right.
Because Blair helped you in this process and helped pull together the tools that are in it, and the graphics and the pictures so beautifully. What a cool project for a mother and daughter to work on, right?
Yeah, definitely that made it extra special, just being able to have her input on everything. And I think that was the other beautiful part of creating this, is that not only did I see issues that I felt like needed to be addressed, I really wanted her input because it was geared for her age group, and for that, really late teens, all the way almost into 30. I mean, the topics are relevant for any woman at any age, but that's that point in your life where you're really kind of trying to figure it all out. And so it was a real gift having her, by my side creating it. And I do look forward to possibly creating one for young men's, as well as like a tween version for male and female as well.
Which is super cool. I love that. I love that vision. Now, how's it been working with the publisher that you contracted with? I know so many of my authors end up publishing through Rosedale, but some of them go elsewhere, and the kind of work really helps dictate that. And you had a lovely lady that picked your book up. Tell us about them.
Well, I think the great part about Arabelle, and it's Diana at Arabelle Publishing, is that she really invests in the person along with the project. And so I think that's why it's been such a great relationship, and just how this whole thing has proceeded. So, you and I kind of had our own unique relationship in getting to that point. And then it almost was a beautiful transition into, I was scared at first because you and I had worked together for so long, and we kind of knew each other, and you knew how I worked and thought. And so it is kind of a scary thing when you're investing in somebody else that, you're not sure if they just believe in you or they believe in the project. And the wonderful thing about Arabelle is that Diana believes in both. And so I think that that's what kind of sets her apart. And I'm so grateful that they did end up picking it up, because I think that's been part of the success just in and of itself, is having such a positive relationship.
And I think that they're like the perfect kind of publisher for this kind of work, right? It's not the normal Rosedale publishing book, in that we so heavily focus on business books for the business person. That tends to be a lot of, not that we don't do other things over there, and may end up doing your next book over there, but it's this kind of work there. I think they're the perfect person or publishing house to pick that up. So I'm super excited for you. I'm also just beyond thrilled to be able to go to barnesandnoble.com and say, look, there it is, because we've been working on it for so long. You work and work and work, and then one day there it is. You're like, yes. It's so exciting. I'm just so pleased to have been a part of this project. I'm so proud of you, and it's been so much fun.
Well, thank you. I couldn't have done it without you, and I'm excited. It was exciting to see it come through last night. It is beautiful. I don't know if you want to see a little sneak peek, but this is the book.
Oh, beautiful.
And it's a magazine style, so it's a little heavier weight paper. It's all color pages with along with the wording and scripture and resources and all of that. And so we're really excited how it turned out and the print and all of it.
I can't wait to get my grubby little paws on a copy of that. I just found out it's in pre-order, so I can't decide whether I want to order it in pre-order or if I want to wait to the day that it is actually publishing, because that's always good for the numbers when people buy on that day. But I also want a signed copy, so right.
And you'll get one.
Have you thought about how you might handle if people do want to get a signed copy from you? Do you have some plans for a special promotion or something fun that not everyone is into the signed copies by authors, but as a writer and a publisher, I'm totally into that, right?
Right.
So have you guys talked about that at all?
We have a couple things set up already. Now that the world is opening up again, which I feel like is a huge gift. We have a couple in-house book signings that we're going to be allowed to do. We also have some book bundles that we're going to be offering online. So then if you want to order a signed copy off my website, we're going to include some fun pieces of emboldened merchandise along with that.
Very cool. So even before all of that happens, they can check out your website and just learn more about you, right?
Right. You can get on the website. You can learn more about the book. I also have a confidence course on there. You can read pieces of my work. So there's a lot to kind of dive in and navigate through there, but you certainly can. Today, I am actually putting up the link. I just got the link late last night for the pre-sale, which was super exciting. So I'm going to add that today. People can get on. They can pre-order it right now. And then I'm hoping in the next few days, it'll be up on Goodreads, Amazon, and then, what was the other one? Oh, Books A Million. Nice. So once those are up and running, I'm going to share all of those links. They'll all be available on the website so people can just go right straight to them. And really, you're right. It's kind of a preference whether they want to pre-order now or launch day, which the release date is going to be April 24th.
Okay, so we have a firm release date, which is nice to know. But so the bundles and the packages and stuff, will those go on the website before the release date?
The bundles and the packages will go on exclusively for whether we're doing how the launch team plays out. And if people want a side of that, a separate signed copy, and then we're going to loop it in. I mean, to us, we feel like it is the perfect graduation gift, the perfect back to school, whether it's high school or college graduation, because like we said, it's kind of within that time frame where we feel like we see women struggle the most and really need that added boost of, confidence and courage and just the support from somebody that's gone ahead of you a little bit.
Nice. So the perfect gift. So if you have someone going into junior or senior in high school, or someone headed off to college, or if their first few years in college, I think this is just a beautiful gift to give. Graduation, of course, is coming really fast. We're talking
Right.
May, so the timing is perfect for that graduation gift. Now, you have some other cool things that I think would go well with your book for graduation gifts. So tell us about what else they can find on your website that you're offering that's super cool.
Are you talking about products,
Yes.
Merchandise?
Yes.
Yes. So we do. We have some really fun things, again, for all women, but especially some of the things are geared a little bit, and they're actually in the emboldened line. And we have some really cute bags. We've got a bracelet that was actually, we partnered with Kinsley Armel. They're all over Instagram, and they do all different kinds of pieces of jewelry, but they let us create an exclusive bracelet just for emboldened, which is so fun. And so on the little tag on the bracelet, one side says Kinsley Armel, the other side says emboldened. And then we also partnered with Able Jewelry. Able is another just fantastic brand that really empowers women all over. And so we have an emboldened necklace that they did for us. And same thing, it's a gold like rectangle. I see you scrolling on it right now. And honestly, the picture does not do it justice. I can't stress that enough. We've tried to take so many shots of this necklace, and it is just a stunning, stunning necklace. So we have that. We've got the bags. We've got notepad sets. For Life on Purpose and Embolden. But we've got a variety, as you can see, of the Embolden bags. We've got the bicycle theme, the wreath, if you want something a little bit more mature. We've got book tote styles. We've got larger styles. So yeah, very exciting. So any of those also, I feel like, and when you had mentioned before about people graduating high school or even college, and I would extend that honestly all the way into people entering grad school or graduating from grad school, because like I said, it really falls in that, I feel like 18 to almost 30, where you have that space where you're figuring it out, you're meeting new people, you're connecting in different environments, and you're kind of just getting your footing on what direction and where to go.
Such an awesome project. So cool. I have the mug, the little travel mug. Now, it says Life on Purpose, not Embolden, but Life on Purpose was the beginning, right? That it was even before Embolden. So tell us about Life on Purpose and what that movement is about.
So Life on Purpose, and it's still rolling. I have podcasts that come out now every other week, and we only altered that. It was weekly, and it will go back to that with this book launch coming up. And so what we do with Life on Purpose is really just showcase other women's stories and experiences that they've had and what they've done to overcome whatever obstacle was that was in their way and continue to move forward and live their life on purpose, basically just what we call it. And so we do have merchandise for that as well. As you said, we've got the tumbler, which everybody loves that tumbler. I guess that was a good pick when we got that. I don't know if it's because it was the ceramic, but the tumbler, we've got bags for that as well. We have the notepads. And so we have some like inspirational cards on there. So there's quite a few things as well. And we also on the website have an actual resource page that gives just other things that you can download and print. And all you just have to do is sign up, subscribe to the website, and they're yours for free.
Very nice. So the last thing we talk about before we just give one more plug for the book and run out of time is the confidence course. Now, I'm looking forward to, I'm just getting ready to go through the confidence course myself, but you're going to roll it out again, like in the fall maybe?
Yes.
Or later this year. So tell us a little bit about the confidence course. I'm kind of excited to know what's in there and what I can expect as I launch or I jump into it myself.
Sure. Well, the confidence course, like everything else that was started with Life on Purpose, it all kind of threads together. And I think it's because it has to do with a lack of confidence, whether it's in your personal life and things that you've experienced or, with this book or just in general. And so the confidence course I felt like was something that I really needed to create to really get the basis or offer somebody the tools to get to that next step, to be able to share their story or to create their book or whatever their project is that's been laid on their heart, but they've been too scared to do. So that's really what it is. We go through, it's 4 weeks. We start with, going back a little bit. So we have to identify the root of our fear before we even tap into how to address it and move ahead. And so that's what we do. It's week by week, although you can do it on your own timetable. And the whole goal is to really kind of dissect, what's been holding you back, what's been getting in the way, how we're going to address that, and really take charge of it, take inventory of our life, and move forward.
Very cool. Very cool. I don't think of myself as a person that lacks, confidence necessarily, but I'm just excited to see what I can learn in there because, you know what, we can all learn something new from other people. So I'm excited to find out what little nugget I take away from hopping into that course. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, so now there are a bunch of places where people can connect with you online, in the online world. So tell us where they can find you online.
I think the easiest way, if you want to access pretty much everything, would be to go to my website. So you can go to amydebrucque.com. Granted, that is a daunting last name to spell out. So I'm praying that Clara is Clara's going to have something in the show notes to
Yes.
help you with that. But if you go there, you really can tap into all of it. You can go to my blog, read some of the articles. You can read articles that I've written for Darling Magazine. You can access the confidence course. You can still even purchase an all access pass to a summit that we had hosted in February. It's not live anymore, but you're still able to get the pass and rewatch it. In addition to finding out just like the latest dates and what we've got going on with this book and book signings and releases and all of that. So, and I also wanted to mention quickly when we were just talking about that course yours is in the mail still, but it does come with a book that you can download and print. That comes with the course price. However, because I am such a more tactical person and I need to have a physical copy of something in front of me to work through, we do have the workbook that we sell that I think is probably one of the most valuable tools to go with that course. It's, over 80 pages, and it has, and this is where it would apply to somebody like you who I feel just exudes confidence, Clara, all day long, but it does have a lot of different assessments, quizzes, self-care wheels, just different things that I feel like anybody could use in their stage and still learn something like you had said. And I loved how you worded that, just learning something new about yourself, or maybe you didn't recognize this beforehand. So, but all of that you can find on the website.
Very nice. So that'll give you them directions how to get to your Facebook page and all of those online things,
Yes.
Instagram, all the places that can find you as well. So
Right.
if you go to, I'm going to spell it for you. This is how I learned it a couple years ago. I'm like, oh, that's a tough last name. So Amy spelled the normal way, right? Amy. Right. But Debrucque is Debrucque. See, if you chunk it into little pieces, it's not that scary.
You have to do it in threes.
I have to do it in threes. And then, I after you typed it, I typed it for 6 months. I'm like, okay, yeah, now I've got it. But that's a good point because it's a long name. Probably if you Googled Life on Purpose, with Amy Debrucque, or even spelt Debrucque wrong, you will still find her because she's branded so well under Life on Purpose. I am so proud of you, my friend. This is exciting stuff.
Thank you so much. I couldn't have done it without you, Clara.
Thank you. Thank you for entrusting this journey to me. It's been such a privilege, really. Okay, so one last plug for her book. Go to Barnes & Noble today, and look for either the name of the book, Embolden, or Embolden with Amy Debrucque, or any combination thereof should take you to the page where you can get it for pre-sale. Or if you want to wait a few days, it will be on amydebrucque.com, and you can also look at all the other cool things that you can have as well from Amy while you're there. Thank you for spending some time with me today. I appreciate your time, my friend.
Thank you for having me. It's been such a gift to be here. And if anybody is interested in being on the launch or anything like that, again, they can visit the website and sign up there, and then they'll just automatically be included in my newsletter. And we're going to send all of that out on Saturday.
So if people want to be involved in the book launch, they can go to your website for that as well?
Yes, they can all they have to do is sign up, and then they'll be right in there for where the newsletter will go out, my weekly newsletter, and that's where I'm including all of the launch information.
Okay, so they're signing up on your website for your newsletter, but that's how you'll be sending it out, is through that.
Yes.
Same. Okay, perfect. Super fun to be a part of a book launch if you've never done that and you're willing to get a copy and read it and then give some feedback and give a review on it. It's pretty fun to be a part of a launch. So if you're at all interested in participating in that one, I say hop on over to Amy's website and get signed up. You will also get other really great stuff from her, not just getting on the launch. And you don't have to be a part of the launch group if you don't want, but the other stuff that you get from Amy is going to be so valuable. I know you're going to want to hear from her. She's not going to spam you or send you too much stuff, but I know you'll want to see what's going on there and learn more about her podcast, which is wonderful. She has wonderful guests, and You can also hook up with her Facebook page or group or whatever she's doing around that and watch some of those. I catch them when I can, and they're always wonderful. So good job, my friend.
Thank you so much. And thank you again for having me today.
You are very welcome. I will see you soon.
Okay, that sounds great.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys, wasn't that awesome? Isn't she wonderful? I just love her. I'm so excited for this project that's just now coming out. I'm so proud of where she's come from, and I'm so proud to have been a part of helping to make all of this happen for her. I couldn't be more pleased. She's also just a wonderful showcase of some of the services that I offer. When we really started with strategy sessions, she's like, I have this dream, I have this vision, and we just started with some strategy and then just built from there. So she's become also a great friend, and I'm just pleased to know her, and I can't wait to get my hands on that book and hop into the conference course as well. Okay, so don't forget to head on over to Barnes & Noble and look for the Embolden Journal with Amy Debrucque, and you'll also see Blair's name is on there as well because they co-authored it together. Get your copy on its way, or if you really want a signed copy because you're like me, you can wait a couple of days and go to her website and buy the bundle where you'll get yourself a signed copy. Okay, what a wonderful, wonderful time today. If you are new to this show, please be sure and hop into the comments below and say hello. Love to know that you were here. You can always share it with a friend. Sign up so you get notifications so you know that we're going live, which happens every Friday at 2. So if you can't remember that, set the notifications to show up. And then, of course, finally, as just a shameless plug for my own company, I'm excited that Influence University is finally coming to life. So very soon we'll have a link for you if you're interested in being one of the movers and shakers, the dreamers, but doers, the influence builders. We are creating an influence movement for you, and we're inviting you to join us. So shoot me an email and I'll see you next week.